What does Paul mean by saying my gospel? Part 2. As mentioned in Part 1, Paul refers to the message of salvation which he preaches to the Gentiles as my gospel 3 times in the scripture, and the student of the word will ask why. The first mention of my gospel by Paul was in Romans 2 verse 16, and the second is in Romans 16 verse 25, which states, "Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel, and the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery, which was kept secret since the world began." Romans 16 verse 25. Let's break this down. As we stated in our recent mystery series, first, we see Paul stating, "Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel." This shows that there is power in the life of the believer, according to Paul's gospel, and that power will establish or build up and edify the believer thereby. We also see that this was a gospel that Paul possessed in terms of being the revelator chosen by the risen Lord to make this known, like Moses was the revelator of the Mosaic Law. Next, we can observe that Paul's gospel and the associated power to establish the believer was by the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery. So, this gospel is central to the mystery that Christ revealed to Paul, as contained in his inspired writings in Romans through Philemon. Finally, we can note that Paul's gospel, as part of the mystery, is one which was kept secret since the world began. Thus, we see that the gospel given to Paul to preach to us is new revelation from the risen and glorified Christ to Paul, just as Christ promised him in his Damascus Road encounter. And unlike other gospels mentioned in Scripture, gospel of the kingdom or gospel of the circumcision, Paul's gospel, the gospel of the grace of God, and the associated preaching of Jesus Christ according to the revelation of the mystery, associates the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ as a good thing and the only means by which one be saved today. Also, unlike these other gospels, Paul's mystery gospel has nothing to do with Israel's new covenant, circumcision, the keeping of the law, or any prophecy, as it is a mystery teaching. Believer, be established by understanding of the gospel that Christ gave Paul to preach to us and recognize its uniqueness.